Welcome back to the channel, and I'm out in the lanes walking bracken, and the leaves are beginning to drop off the trees, and in fact a lot of the farmers are now starting to cut their hedges as they can do so. This then brings me to the question now. I'm now starting to think about the impending stick harvest I got coming up. Well, I'm back home, I'm in the workshop, had to change my top. It was absolutely raining and I got absolutely soaking. So, yeah, hence another top. But as I left that conversation with you about stick harvesting, I'm now starting to think about that quite simply because with the leaves coming off the tree, I could technically start taking some sticks, but I usually like to see 90% of the leaves gone, and then that allows me peace of mind knowing all the sap has gone down to the bottom, in particular if I've had a real nice frost, just to speed that tree up, taking that sap to the root system. Why we do that, I've explained that in other videos, but in short, basically, it speeds up drying and aids the actual process in stopping the wood cracking if you've got not so much sap moisture in the tree. So yeah, I'm looking at the trees now and I'm scanning them every year. This time of year I'm doing the same thing, but I do have one major time disadvantage this year. If you look at my videos and you'll see my very last session, I actually cut in a work colleague's fields. Now, due to the way those fields have been managed, the hedgerow and all the trees and the sticks were going straight up. They were, you know, almost usable sticks straight out of a hedge due to the fact they were so straight and reaching for the sky. But I can go back this year, I've been told, which is a fantastic. I can possibly do a complete harvest in that one field alone. But putting that to one side, the question I have is, he wants to take the hedge down now, level it. He wants to take all those runners that are reaching for the sky down. So he's kind of said to me, you know, get what you want and get it quick because it won't be there. And he's also said if I'm going to take some sticks from there, he could do with me giving him a hand to bring that hedge down and level it. Naturally, you know, a favour for a favour. I get free sticks. He gets some free labour helping doing this hedge. So it's win-win for everybody on that front. Right then, I'm actually starting to look at all my harvesting tools and what I use to take the sticks that I want. Now, yeah, starting from the smallest, it's just a penknife. This one here needs sharpening. All my kit here needs a bit of attention before I go into the harvest. I use this just to trim off any little nodes or anything like that when I'm stacking it in the car. It's not actually part of the harvesting, but it's just a little bit of a trim up if there's something that might catch my hand or a seat in the car and rip it. I just give it a little trim up with that. And a penknife is good for the fact if you're starting to get to something like a machete, you know, you can start damaging the bark or too much of it. Yeah, this one here needs sharpening. I've used this down in the woodshed and to process sticks. It's been thoroughly used and abused, and it needs some attention just to bring an edge back and give it that ability that, you know, with minimal effort, maximum amount of cut to the job. So, you know, where 2 or 3 swings of this will take the stick, I'm not there hacking away like 8 or 10, you know, hits trying to get that one stick. So this needs bringing back. Now, My saw here, this saw here is from a recognised or quite a well-known folding saw. It did snap on me, I've explained before, and I just used the blade by making a handle. It's had its time, it's not cutting that well now, so this is consigned to the bin, and I'm going to have to get a proper folding saw. I don't know which one I'm going to get or what brand. I'm going to do a bit of research into that, but this did me very well, but it's now had its day. This old orange hatchet, all the edge needs bringing back and getting sharp again. I've used and abused it basically. It's orange, which is fantastic for when I'm working in the hedgerow. I'm not going to lose it. But yeah, I'm going to have to put some time and effort to get an edge back on this. But this is a fact, it's not too heavy to hold when you're striking. And when you're moving a heavy hatchet, it may have more impetus to go into the actual stick, but I'm not doing it 2 or 3 times or for 2 or 3 sticks. I could be trying to harvest a couple hundred sticks out of a hedgerow. I want something light and manoeuvrable, and this does the job. But yet again, I've let the edge get totally unworkable for harvesting, so I've got to get that back on that one. My loppers, these are a game changer for stick collecting. Anything up to about 2 inches this will take. But as you can see, all this edge here is completely pitted and dented. So I'm going to try and sharpen that back up and see if I can get it serviceable. I don't really want to buy some new ones, but if I have to, I have to, because, you know, without that raw product of sticks, I've got no craft business. So, yeah, I may have to invest in some, but I'm hoping I can pull these back. My saw. This blade is perfectly serviceable, but I will probably get a new one because, like I've just said, I'm going to be harvesting, you know, hundreds and hundreds of sticks. So I should probably put a new blade on that, on this saw here, just to allow me that extra, you know, efficiency cutting through and getting the job done. Basically, I should keep this blade as my backup spare blade, but yeah, as you can tell, I've used all my tools and equipment, and it's reached a point now I've got to either spend some money getting new ones, spend some money like servicing them, getting them to spec, or actually investing time in sharpening them. Now, this here might seem a little bit overkill, but I only use a chainsaw when I'm working in hedgerows, which people said, you know, you can take, well, like same situation I'm going into. You can take whatever wood or sticks you want, but, you know, tidy it up and do this and make it look nice for me. So basically a favour for a favour. And a baby steel chainsaw is what I use for that. I have had a cheap nondescript name one, which only lasted about 3 months. And I had another still prior to that. And that was passed down to me, and had done a lot of work. And I'd abused it by doing drainage work, cutting roots out of trenches and things. And it was totally knackered. It was beyond what the saw was designed for. So I went and purchased a new one this year, because basically I do have a wood burner and I do harvest wood, you know, small grade wood for that. And this here is obviously the top end. This is the maximum I go for my stick harvesting, and this will be used with me out in that location, my friend's field. So yeah, this here is obviously a small little saw. I haven't got a massive blade because, like I said, I don't specialise in lumber or tree felling and things like that. This is just for my own personal needs. But yeah, if you're a stick, if you're going to harvest sticks yourself, you will probably never need something like this. It's only when you're getting into the realm of going into hedges, which like what I'm doing, and you're taking material down, keeping the sticks back, and then tidying the hedge up on request of the person whose hedge it is. So yeah, necessary for me, not for you if you're just harvesting 1 or 2 sticks. So as you can see, the workshop isn't my main focus at the moment. I'm starting to focus on the harvest. I've got some craft fairs coming up, I've got Christmas coming up, and I've got my steady trickle of custom orders and stock that I'm trying to get ready for people that just walk in. But yeah, and I'm also beginning to be asked to do a lot more of what I would call a quality higher end stick. And yeah, like this one here, a lot of time has been spent on grading down and sanding the bark so that you don't get no fluffiness, and then oiling it to the point it really feels nice. The wood feels nice. The wood, the wood burn, just running your hands across that and feeling it, it's quite a sensual experience, holding the stick from the bark down to the wood, the actual burn, the handle. It just all feels nice in the hand, and I'm taking a lot of pleasure at the minute from actually putting the time and effort to go above and beyond, and people are actually, you know, willing to pay, I'm finding, that little bit more for that amount of time and effort. So yeah, I'm basically, you know, upping my game, shall I say. And yeah, I'm pleased with the results all the way round. But this is just a quick little video, just letting you know where I am with things and that. And obviously, as you can see, the harvest, or the impending harvest, is beginning to loom on me, and it's beginning to weigh on the back of my mind. I enjoy it. I love that time of year, harvesting. It's a lot of work. I should take you guys on a few of the harvests so you can see me at work in the hedgerow, so you can see it's not all sat in here with a cup of coffee and chocolate biscuits. But yeah, this is Andy from Folklore Hiking Stick Workshop. Take care, stay safe, and I hope to catch you guys on the trail.